the greatest mass rape in history, resulted in 500,000 German children of unknown parentage. For the first time in Germany, these children were registered under their mothers' names. Women had no choice but to submit. There was no alternative. In the land of the once great Hitler, women were blackmailed, their dignity was trampled upon, and the once proud state was humiliated. After the end of World War II, German pride and arrogance were shattered. What happened in Germany during that time? How did the sun set on the Germans? One victim, Clara Miller, recounted her experience. "I was pulling my bicycle loaded with belongings after my house was destroyed. Soviet soldiers stopped me, and one threw me to the ground. Exhausted, I was repeatedly roped by others who took turns. During the assault, several Allied soldiers drove by in vehicles, but none intervened despite her screams and cries. According to her account, she managed to summon her strength and escape. When she returned home, she told her mother that the bicycle had been stolen, but did not reveal what had happened to her. However, her silence was short-lived when she discovered she was pregnant. With the help of a nurse, she managed to have an abortion. Despite this, she continued to suffer from severe psychological trauma. This marked the beginning of revenge for what Hitler's soldiers had sown. Yesterday, it was the women of his enemies. Today, it was Germany's women who suffered. After Germany's defeat in World War II, German hospitals were flooded, not with wounded soldiers, but with women. These women were not there for joy or recovery. Hundreds of thousands had become pregnant as a result of the assaults. Women sought abortions to rid themselves of unwanted pregnancies caused by these horrific events. In the months following the war's end, the consequences of the Russian soldiers' actions became clear. Over 1 million assaults were recorded. Among these were 190,000 committed by American soldiers, 50,000 by French soldiers, and 45,000 by British soldiers, with the majority involving the rape of German women. What a crime! Adding to the tragedy were the crimes of Allied soldiers. The greatest irony lies in the fact that those who perpetrated such heinous crimes are the same nations that now champion human rights. The Allies entered Germany, ostensibly to liberate it from the Nazis, but their true aim seemed to be to humiliate and torment German women. A woman who refused to be raped faced certain death, while those who submitted often died internally from despair. Many may wonder, where were their families and husbands? At that time, men and resistance fighters were imprisoned. The horror of these assaults knew no bounds. Women of all ages, from elderly grandmothers to young girls, were raped, some as many as 70 times. No one was spared, not even children or men. Today, there are over 500,000 illegitimate men and women in Germany, a living reminder of this atrocity. The soldiers sought to humiliate German women in every conceivable way, claiming it as a celebration of their victory over the Nazi army. In reality, they committed unspeakable crimes against humanity. Although humanitarian organizations have largely overlooked these crimes, the Germans have not forgotten the horror of these acts and the war that forever scarred their history.